I love giving the gift of a bottle of wine for the holidays, but I like my gifts to have a personal touch. Today I'm going to show you how to make a wine wrap using your favorite holiday fabrics. First, we're going to assemble the outside of the wine carrier. We've chosen a fun focal print featuring cardinals from Northcott's Swedish Christmas collection for the front of the outside. We're going to sew these two pieces of fabric together and then sew this piece to the top. We're going to sew along the long edge with a 1/4 inch seam. We're using the patchwork foot on the Bernina machine. You align the edges of your fabric with the outside of the foot to get a perfect 1/4 inch seam. This is what your sewn unit will look like. We're going to lay it face down and then take a piece of lightweight fusible interfacing, and we're just going to iron that to the back of the outside of the wine carrier. You can download the wine carrier template on the link in our description. You'll print it out, then place it on a piece of folded paper, cut around it, and you'll end up with something that looks like this. We're going to lay this pattern on the back side of our fused piece of fabric, and then we're going to trace around it and then cut it out. Next, we're going to layer our lining piece and our pieced unit right sides together. We're going to sew only along the curved edges. Do not sew on the top, the sides, or the bottom. We're going to clip inside the seam allowance on those curves so that when we flip it right side out, it'll lay a little flatter. This is the tricky part, so watch carefully. With the lining side up, you're going to turn the right handle right side out, and then you're going to stick it into the other handle. Okay, so your lining sides on the handle should be facing each other. And then smooth it out. And then you're going to sew along the top edge and the straight side edge. Once we've sewed the side and the top, we're going to pull the handle out. Now we're going to make the bottom of the wine carrier. I've taken one of our outside circle pieces and we're going to fuse a circle interfacing piece to the wrong side of the circle. Then we're going to layer it wrong sides together with our lining piece and baste around the outside of the circle. Once you've basted around your circle piece, you're going to fold it in half and in half again and finger press in place to make lines. You're also going to do the same by folding your wine wrap in half at the bottom. This will give you marked lines for you to line up so you can sew the circle piece on. So we're going to just align those lines and then pin them in place. I'm not gonna lie, this part is a little tricky to sew around this circle. We're going to turn the light on our Bernina machine and turn it up so we can really see what we're doing. This will just make sure that we're getting all the layers together and we're sewing really slow and evenly. And don't worry if you mess up. This is the inside of the wine wrap, so if your seam is a little off, it'll be hidden inside. Now we really want to secure the bottom so that your wine bottle doesn't fall through. So we're going to go back around and stitch a zigzag stitch around that circle. If you were using a patchwork foot like we were, you want to make sure to switch out your foot, something with a wider opening to account for the swing of the needle when you do your zigzag stitch. Once you're done with the zigzag stitch, all that's left is to turn the wine carrier right side out. How cute is this? Now we used a lightweight stabilizer for this wine carrier, which would be great for beginners since there's less bulk when you're sewing. But we made this one with the Warm Company's fusible fleece. It provides a little extra fluff to help protect the bottle during transport.